Hello everyone, just Gordon here and welcome back to another Planet Zoo real life inspiration video. Today we are looking at the giant otter, and boy do I have some amazing habitats to show you today. We're really gonna take our time with these, get to see them fully because there's so much good stuff. I hope you're as excited as this otter. Shall we go? Alright then, first zoo of today is going to be Aquazoo Leeuwarden over here, and we are currently in the kind of aquarium building of this zoo. Right across from the crocodile, the Nile crocodile, is this giant otter habitat, and we're in this kind of curved round section that's kind of sticking out into the enclosure, really giving you a close look to them. You can see they've got a nice big water section as well, but yeah, this goes on and on all the way around the habitat, where we also get to see the indoor area over here. We can see these tall glass panels keeping the otters away from us, and they're currently just chilling on top of this little shelter box over there, and you can see their outdoor habitat in the background as well. Really quite nice. There is this little what looks to be a tunnel going under the path, but that leads to an armadillo enclosure. I don't think that's connected, so I'm not sure what that's about, but it's there. And over here on the other side, you can see they have a water feature as well. In the back you can see a little latch that leads them out into the enclosure, and this water feature actually continues all the way and goes underneath the visitor path to the other side, where there's even more space for the otters over there. As you can see, everything's painted over with these nice leafy mural things. Pretty simple. Layout wise, the space is also quite simple, to be honest, but it is nice and spacious for the otters. We got many good views of them, and of course they also have a nice large outdoor enclosure, which we can have a closer look at over here again, but also we can walk straight alongside it. As we leave this building, we are going to have a look at that. So over here we go for this beautiful lush tunnel, and then on the right side is an Asian small-clawed otter habitat, or at least it used to be. It was empty when I was there, and then we've got the enclosure over here. So again, we can see these straight tall glass panels, and we've got this nice curved path throughout. Yeah, we can see the small-clawed otter habitat over here, and then the giant otter habitat on the other side. Pretty sure this is definitely the largest outdoor habitat in this video, so definitely props for that. Yeah, they've got multiple little lakes and ponds. Another cool thing to note over here is a bit of enrichment that I saw them use. There's this little barrel that had some fish inside, so they were trying to get that to come out. Really fun to see as well. So yeah, really cool stuff over here at Aquazoo. I'm really looking forward to seeing it again, because yeah, I'll be going back to the zoo at the end of this month, so looking forward to that. But yeah, that's it for Aquazoo. It's time we move on to the next one, which is the Zoo of Duisburg. And this was actually the first zoo where I saw the giant otter, and it was right here. This is actually the moment. Oh my god, you can see me excitedly run up to the glass, where we can even see them diving in front of the glass. How cool is that? So this is their outdoor enclosure. Tall glass panels, faux rock. It's got some nice theming to it. You can also see these logs in the water that the otters can climb about on. The one on the back is actually used to get to the rest of the land section, but we'll see that in a second. For now, let's follow this otter along for a little bit and then head into the aquarium itself, where we can have a look at their indoor enclosure. And this one's definitely a lot smaller than the one we just saw at Aquazoo, even though it's got a lot more nice theming. Yeah, this is pretty much it. There's probably more that we can see, but yeah, there's not that much to it. I especially like the fact that there's like that underwater view kind of in the back of the enclosure. Strangely, that's a thing that we'll see more of in other zoos. But yeah, again, we can see the tall glass panels. That really seems to be the theme for giant otters. And you can see that log going up into the pool over here. So yeah, pretty interesting enclosure. Nice stuff. Cute otter over there. So let's move on to the next zoo right about now. And the next zoo is the Hagenbeck Zoo in Hamburg. And again, we can see tall glass panels and the strange underwater viewing in the back of the enclosure. So this is a choice. I guess it's really strange. Yeah, you can enjoy viewing the otters underwater from a distance. The glass is also very fogged up. They do have a little slide over there. That's nice. But yeah, it's a weird enclosure. There's another viewing point to the right over here, past these small benches. You also can see the backstage over there in the background. I'm not sure if the backstage is accessible at all. There is a sign saying like animals currently in their outdoor enclosure, which in the case of this footage is actually not the case, because you can actually see them in the background going into the indoor enclosure. But yeah, I don't know if that indoor enclosure is sometimes visible to guests or not. It's there. There was a rope blocking it, so I don't know. We can also see chain link in the background with some anti-climbing on top. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this enclosure. It's nothing too amazing, which sums up the Hagenbeck Zoo pretty well. We'll get to that when we get to that zoo tour snippet video. Anyway, next up, the Zoo of Halle. We've got this really cool tropical house over here. This entrance was closed, but we'll see it from the inside momentarily as we move around the building. Let's head to the entrance over here, where we've got the otter on this little door. We go inside, and this is the inside of the hall. So the hall itself, the structure, is not the best looking, but the enclosure itself is definitely really cool. Actually, when I was here, I said this is the best looking enclosure I've seen so far, and that held true for about one day, which we'll see in the zoo after this one. This door over here is that blocked outside door that we saw earlier. But yeah, the layout of this place is basically, we've got this elevated pathway that we're currently standing on, and there's an enclosure on one side and an enclosure on the other side. Both the enclosures have large pools, large land sections, and they can also be opened up to one another, so the otters can go into both spaces, but they can also be separated if need be. Yeah, I really like this enclosure. I love the rock work, I love the lushness. You can also see these gates. I don't especially love those. Maybe they could have been hidden better, but they're nicely integrated, I guess. And you can also take these stairs down to get a ground level view as well, which is nice. The otters can get the opportunity to get really close to you, or you can just see them a bit more, not from above over here, which is also quite nice. And look at them go. Oh, that's not the smoothest otter dive. They're known for being a bit less splashy, but yeah, really cool. Look at all the vines growing on the walls over there as well. There you can also see a keeper door that goes to like the part where the two enclosures connect, which is on the left over here. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. Really nice. That was it. So next up is the Zoo of Leipzig. We're entering this cave, and we are seeing some Arapaima in an aquarium. An aquarium, yeah, sure. And then we get to the underwater viewing over here of the otters, and we can see them diving right in front of us right away. So cool. Look at this. They've got a massive pool. They've got much more greenery in the background. We can also see this huge faux log over there, which we'll get to later. As we move along this tunnel, we'll get to my favorite viewing point, which is this piranha aquarium over here, which is its own little aquarium right next to the otter underwater viewing, and you can see the otters through the piranha aquarium. So these bodies of water are not connected, but they do offer these amazing views if you're lucky. I stood there like 20 minutes to get that shot. It was great. Yeah, and then there's another underwater viewing point over here. Yeah, just so much to see, so much detail. Welcome to Gondwana Land. This place is amazing. I can't wait to show you guys more of it. But yeah, as we pan out of the cave, we can go up some stairs and get to the above water viewing, which is inside of that giant log that we saw from down below. And yeah, we can hear the otters being very excited. Yeah, you're done? Alright, great. So yeah, as we pan around over here, we can really take in the full scale of this enclosure. There is so much more space back there, like a huge land section on top of what's already this ginormous body of water. This is by far the biggest enclosure, and it's inside of a tropical dome. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. For most of these zoos, I will say like, oh, it's a bummer that the otters don't have an outdoor enclosure. With this zoo, I can barely complain about it, because this basically is just an indoor-outdoor enclosure. It's that good. And as we turn around, we can peek over the ledge of that faux log to kind of see this side. We can see a little keeper area. It's probably where they feed from. But yeah, we're inside the faux log. That's it. Look at the otter swimming around. I have so much good otter footage. I just had to put it somewhere. I don't want to pad the runtime of this video, but there's so much good stuff to show. Oh my god. Let's go to the last zoo. This is the Zoo of Münster, and we're entering this big tropical dome. It's called the Bergzoo Halle. And yeah, when I recorded this like 9 months ago, I want to say, This was pretty much brand new, and you can definitely see that a lot of the foliage still has to, you know, grow in a little bit. But over here we have the otter exhibit. It doesn't quite look like one. We can actually see some monkeys climbing around the top over there. That's because this is a mixed, quote-unquote, enclosure. The otters have the ground level. We can see them walking around over there, and that's a way smoother dive compared to the ones we saw at Halle. And the monkeys over here have the treetops, but there is some hot wire along the tree, so the monkeys can't actually climb down. So they are mixed but separate, basically. It's almost like the piranha in a way. But yeah, as we move further into the dome, we get to this point where we can take the slope down into an underwater viewing point over here. We can see some nice faux logs covering the sides of the glass over here. We can see another slide, but we also have underwater viewing, of course, so we can enjoy the otters swimming by, where you can really see their kind of like waterproof fur carrying a lot of air around it still. So cool to see. I love watching otters dive. It's so cool. But yeah, we got a slide over there with a water slide even. As I turn around over here, there's a little bit of a seating area and some education around. You can see this giant otter sign over there with the silhouette. It looks pretty cool. It like contrasts with the naturalistic theming on the outside and on the viewing area. That's probably intentional. And yeah, cool stuff. You can exit through here, so there's separate entrance and exit to this area, which is also quite nice. It doesn't get too clogged because of that. And then we can take these stairs up and also get a top-down view of the enclosure from this nice viewing deck over here. And you can see even more if you look from that big bridge that you can see over there. So yeah, it's a nice large enclosure. Again, no outdoor enclosure for this one, though I think comparatively to Leipzig, it's big enough to just be good enough on its own. We can take even more stairs up to see even the enclosure from even higher up. You really kind of see all of it at once like that. And yeah, that's it for the Zoo of Münster. And that's all the giant otter enclosure that I've personally seen. Hope you guys got some giant otter inspiration. Enjoy this amazing giant otter footage over here. I will see you in the next real life inspiration video. Bye bye!